Well, potential 2016 presidential candidate Hillary Clinton launching her book tour this week, but things did not go quite as smoothly as she hoped.
We came out of the White House not only dead broke, but in debt. We had no money when we got there, and we struggled to, piece together the resources for mortgages, for houses, for Chelsea's education. It was not easy.
You famously pressed the reset button.
Mm-hmm.
Are you embarrassed by that now, that gesture?
No, I thought it was a brilliant stroke, which in retrospect appears even more so, because look at what we accomplished.
So that's one for you changed your mind.
I have to say, I think you are being very persistent, but you are playing with my words and playing with what is such an important issue.
I'm just trying to clarify so I can understand.
No, I don't think you are trying to clarify. I think you're trying to say that, I used to be opposed and now I'm in favor and I did it for political reasons, and that's just flat wrong. So let me just state what I feel like you are implying and repudiate it.
How would America have been different if you had beaten Obama to the White House?
I don't know. And
Well,
we
you
will
must
never
care.
know. We will never know, Jeremy.
Oh, boy. Hi.
Oh, man.
Chris Stirewalt's here. He's our Fox News digital politics editor. So is Howie Kurtz. He's our Fox News media buzz host, Sundays at 11. I feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable, Howie.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because it's like, that wasn't so great. That wasn't such a great highlight reel for her.
That one clip where she went to the friendly confines of NPR and ended up sounding testy and defensive over why and how she changed her position on gay marriage. I say somewhat jokingly, if you can't handle NPR's Terry Gross, how are you going to handle Vladimir Putin? But it shows that Hillary has been in a media-free bubble for the last couple of years, almost no access for journalists, and she's rusty, and she's not used to hitting the kind of major league pitching you've got to be able to swing at if you're a presidential candidate.
And she got some tough questions, Chris. She got some tough questions from Diane Sawyer on Benghazi. She really did push her. And then the thing about the reset button, where the reset was spelled wrong, this is her big moment, and she says it was a brilliant stroke.
It was a brilliant stroke because it kind of worked for a minute because of something about Dmitry Medvedev, and you just don't understand how good it was. Remember, the point of this phase of her campaign is to seal off, to put a bow on her foreign policy bona fides. That this is her saying, I, with Barack Obama, have undone the evils done by George W. Bush. We have succeeded in rescuing America's reputation in the world. That's what this book is about. That's what this phase of the campaign is about. Unfortunately for her, as she goes out to sell this part of her biography and sell this part of her candidacy, that same legacy is unraveling in real time all around the world, and it is not very propitious timing.
It's unfortunate timing for sure. Howie, what do you think of those things we showed and the other bits you saw with her? What do you think was the most damaging, if any?
Oh, no question the most damaging was the dead broke comment, talking about she and her husband coming out of the White House. This from a woman who's peddling an $8 million book, who's made millions of dollars giving speeches to the like of Goldman Sachs. No practicing politician would want to make that kind of comparison and seem so out of touch with ordinary Americans. I think that one will resonate. But here's another perspective, because we're looking at this, and I'm guilty of this myself. We look at this as professional analysts and pundits. She gave a bad answer here. She stumbled there. The average person watching a primetime hour on ABC with Diane Sawyer is forming impressions. Do I like this person? Do I trust this person? And if they hear Hillary talking about becoming a grandmother and joking about her hair and talking more frankly about being a woman than she did in 2008, that helps soften her image among those who like her or might be inclined to like her.
We included the laugh at the end because she's taking some heat for that. And Lanny Davis had a piece saying anybody who describes her as having a cackle, he suggested that's a sexist thing to do, to describe the laugh. I put it in there, not because I'm a sexist pig, but because it made me feel uncomfortable. You could feel her discomfort, and then I felt uncomfortable. And what kind of message is sent by the over-the-top laughter, Chris?
It's cringy. That's the message that's sent. It's all quite cringy. And, the one point, I think Howie is very substantially right about all of that. But there is another possibility other than rusty. And the possibility other than rusty is it was never that good. And I think the reality about Hillary Clinton is she's been in a bubble for a long time, and the documents that have been disgorged finally from the Clinton library, we go back to the 90s, and it was the same discussion, the same debate that was happening inside the Clinton political operation about how do we package her? How do we present her in such a way that we can, quote, soften her or make her accessible to people or make it so that she doesn't sound cackling? And in fact, I think the reality for Hillary Clinton is it's not that she's been in a bubble since the 2008 campaign. It's that she has tended to disappoint the expectations of her ardent supporters throughout her career.
She's always had a wariness of the media. That shows. She's going to have to get over that, I think, if she's going to get into this campaign, which obviously she already is.
Yeah. I posit that was nervous laughter on her part, which then made me feel nervous, and you guys feel nervous, and you all felt uncomfortable. Admit it.
But the mainstream media asked some good questions, particularly Diane Sawyer. People said the liberal media was going to roll over for her.
We're trying to have a laugh here at the end of the segment. A cackling laugh, the three of us, and you won't let us have it.
I got it.
All right, bye.
Bye.